Hey everyone, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in to Relevant Jukebox, and today we're going to talk about the newest release from Drake, Dark Lane Demo Tapes. So this is a newly released batch of tracks from rapper Drake, who needs no introduction at this point, and this came out pretty randomly alongside with the announcement of a new studio full-length album that should be coming out sometime this summer. But this tape over here does feature his new TikTok smash single Toosie Slide, which I think overall is a pretty annoying track that's really long-winded, but it does fit pretty snugly on this tape. The very murky and muddy production style carries over to the rest of these tracks, which are all filled with these sort of dark but endearing looped melodies that cast out this sort of nocturnal atmospheric vibe that feels a little more insular. And I think he's borrowing a little bit from Playboi Carti's playbook from his flows, but also in the structure of these tracks and how they're a little more simplistic and minimal. And of course, how could I not mention Playboi Carti does make an appearance on a track here, the song Pain 1993 that everyone's talking about, mainly for Carti's performance and how awkward it is, how he takes that like baby voice to a new extreme, and it really just does not sound good overall. It really does sound kind of awkward. And what ends up being sort of surprising about that track is how well Drake fits over it, and that carries over to some other tracks on here too, like the opening cut Deep Pockets or Time Flies or even Desires, just to name a few. He sort of slides in and out of these beats and weaves in some nice hooks and Drake-isms along the way. However, it's not all gold though. On just as many tracks on here, his flow can sound a bit monotone and dry, almost like he's just trying to say whatever he wants to say. Like on the track Losses, or even on Chicago Freestyle, even though the beat on Chicago Freestyle is really dope. And there is struggle bar after struggle bar on here, as I was expecting. But he also does touch upon being a father and what that's like, and his newly revealed son. And he also hints at like a possible drug addiction on a couple parts on here too, talking about how you don't know how far this goes and Percocets in his wallet and stuff like that. I'm not really too sure. But surprisingly, overall, I thought this was a pretty good project. I'm digging the slightly darker and more atmospheric vibe that he's going for on here, even though the production and overall the whole tape itself is pretty rough around the edges. The feature list is a little head scratching though. You have some pretty big names on here, but they don't exactly like shine in my opinion. The track Not To You that features Chris Brown is kind of a mess structurally overall, lacking any sort of direction and feeling long-winded. It's almost like, why did you even put Chris Brown on the track? And Future's performances on here are okay, I guess. I mean, he ends up just sounding a little awkward if you ask me, especially on Desires, how Drake comes in and completely overshadows him with a way better flow, and he gets overshadowed by Young Thug and Drake again on the sort of club banger track D4L. And the track Demons towards the end of this project that features two guys I've never heard of before, Sosa Greek and Fivio Foreign. Not sure who the hell those guys are, but that track just is not working for me overall. Those like angelic vocal samples that hang in the background get stale really quick. There's a really weak hook on the track too, and overall just is like super clunky. And as I had touched upon before, Playboi Carti showing up on Pain 1993 is just painful, honestly. But you know, there is some pretty decent hooks woven in throughout this project, and the production's pretty cool. So I mean, I guess if Drake explores this type of direction and atmosphere a little bit further on the studio album, it'll have me intrigued. But yeah, I mean, I guess I would love to hear some female vocal guest appearances. I think it would enhance the experience a little more. But yeah, I mean, with that being said, I'm feeling a 6.5 over here on the Dark Lane demo tapes. Couldn't find any physical releases of these demos just yet, but I guess stay tuned. Maybe he'll put it out on something someday. And if you listened to this new Drake project already, what did you think about it? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, thank you for watching. If you like this video, like and share. And if you want more content from me, hit that subscribe button. Peace.